Meet FM yo. Meet FM yo. Utie oha extra punk no. Meet FM.
Mix 100.9 FM Sony na enne eye Monday March 3 2025. Time just about approaching 26 minutes past 1. Enne eye juada na obenim bosume na yewura mu ne da etoso emiensa afi empinu aduonu enum na abodonko apahomiti aduonu ensia mema nti dwumadie ne de bremo na dwumadie de bremo me amidi ho chia me efreme ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma na production panyini kwadwo damiado ene sire na so Marjorie Osei Ajman ana oboni chidom Majestic ekwie friye ana ono soso otato ehwe esebese emrante kwa emienu na technical production so no abna frema abankro na one nana ya ostafo bia owo bia da nyame ehwe no so se bibia ye bia no ebetimi awie peye ede ama yene anunti ana yede aseda soso ede ama engineering team no eye achu agbo worker patia kwa na jare na buaje na adasankroma da nyina esanmra ne sempro na fe eye facilities team no big solo ana dada Godfred your friend Ubrana na fe no mapuna yaw Sami DJ Bosco na Milson so yasanmra ne se tete na yehu ba bia nyina edi fufuo ebekọ akwakobo enti ensem daba maso yetia wape ensem no enesan ose President John Dramani Mahama promises to the Muslim community. 1. Reduce Hajj expenses. Second, a second holiday for Muslims. And then special mortuary wing for Muslims and the construction of modern day Hajj village. Will this accrue any electoral benefit to the NDC in future? Chio, also John Dramani Mahama promises to the Muslim community. 1. Reduce Hajj expenses. Secondary Muslim holiday. Iti bakuye idi fitri bakuye idi ada. Tuwezi befriend idi dieng. Special mortuary wings for the Muslim communities, and then construction of state-of-the-art Hajj village. So we are asking, will this accrue any electoral benefit to the NDC in future? Aya sembusa eni ebusa. Se John Dramani Mahama nanu yekọ abatuo mu afimpinu aduonu enan. Eye rally ane twatwo krakrakra ewo Madina. Enu okogina wakwa ka se eye nkramofo a ekọ eye Mecca. Ye betete so ewo dollars mu. Ne yetete so dollars mu a ene betimi aba fom. Enu nti ote so eye dollar apem $1,000. ɛna atimi akwa sika butuo ɛne na mu bɛ sɛ 13,000 ɛde ama wɔ mo nti saa asɛm no kan yɛ no ɛne sante so na aba afei nso so idi ada ana idi fitr na wɔsan de ba kwa kan wa mana yɛ miɛnsa ɛno nso so ɔkan ɛbɛ sɛ yɛ commend holiday act no na yɛ de ahyem afei nso so no special mortuary sɛ de nkramofoɔ wu a yɛsi dware wɔ mo sisiesie wɔ mo ansa ɛne yamamu no so so ɔyɛ ɔbaa so ɔyɛ ɛyɛ bɛrima ɛno nso so ɛho asɛm ɛda hɔ ansa ɛna ɛyɛ hajj village no ɛno nso so wasia mo wɔn na nu na yɛbusa sɛ saa deɛ wei a ɛyɛ John Dramani Mahama wayɛ no efiri tete ɛna ɛyɛ JJ Rawlings ɔyɛ nneɛma bi de ma nkramofoɔ mu wura mfida nti ne yi a John Dramani Mahama so abɛhyɛ mu kenan ɛna yɛbusa sɛ ɛno daakye bi NDC aba no NDC kɔ abatoɔ mu a sɛ kramoni ka ho sɛ kramoni nka ho akɔyɛ sɛ nkramofoɔ agye NDC na to mu anaa ɛnɛ we ka ho bi ɛna yɛbɛdwendwene ho afei wɔse ɛyɛ sɛ ahokyerɛ wɔ hɔ sɛ ahokyerɛ ni hɔ sɛ yɛ a yɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu no wobɛtumi ɛde subuo bi abɔ NDC amanyɔkuo no anaa sɛ wote ahokyerɛ mu sɛ anaa wonte ahokyerɛ mu sɛ a ɛyɛ de a ye facha mi o ɛyɛ ade a NDC amanyɔkuo no wobɛtumi ɛde charge bi abɔ wɔ mo anaa wei mu nyinaa yɛ nsɛm a ɛda ba ma so a ɛnɛ yɛba na yɛaba abɛdwendwene ho na ɛno akyire no ɛyɛ mpanimfoɔ a bɛba dɛm ha sei nso so no mpanimfoɔ a bɛba dɛm ha sei no ɛbɛba abɛtena ase na yɛtumi ɛhunu yɛn ho ano ade a yɛyɛ gusu na tie neat 100.9 FM na yɛnhyɛ aseɛ na dwumadie no yɛmfa mmerɛ mu Democrat a yɛnsa kaeɛ no ɛno nso so anim nsɛm pampee no yɛde aba abɛpie mu so
na nani ahoɔden ɛba fo mpo mmabunu bi ɛbrɛ ɛwɔ anim nanso ɛne yadeɛ biara wɔ no mekanfo Optovision Eye Clinic ɛde ama Optovision Eye Clinic provides diagnosis and world-class affordable treatment for all eye diseases including glaucoma, cataract, any yadeɛ ahodoɔ pii deɛ yɛ sonko koraa ne sɛ Optovision Eye Clinic were quality designer space ahodo ebe fatal send ye wo penny biara it is a weni ya anasa weni ahoɔden aba fam anasa wo pese wo hu ade yie unim ba bi esesa wo ba Optovision Eye Clinic.
Call us on 0553 270806 or WhatsApp on 0558 517556. Optovision Eye Clinic.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwan de no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya jon to ma me ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kan no ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho. Wo hwe de wapi ho. O ka se batete e da fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a baba wari.
Aso.
Ye fear say this way chocolate drink ye sorry anopa no ne yenom. Ye be chef fridge nom no say snack. Ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne yenom. And this way no ti ano a he se kire wom kokoo wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so hye.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so hye.
FDA ahwehwe say adwede nkratoe mo agye atum say eye.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized
special. Ice natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Neat 100.9 FM so ni. Na ene Monday March 3 2025 and nsemi eda yenhwe Democrat ahodo na yensaka na afi no emunsam pampen no yenyi bi na intime emfa emra na Ghanaian Times na edikan na Ghanaian Times was say channel Hajj profits into charity. President directs task force. 1 year omo hwe Hajj nsensemi Alhaji Collins Dauda ane Sanarigu MP ABA Fuseni Ghana mampanyini se sesika no ebro so tanke betumi aka se yemfa so de bia onhwe na charity bi yemfa nkonkoye also government position on free SHS assuring Child Right International Bright appear and also Ghana mampanyini and nabai and amoni na jinaya almost ye afa free senior high school no or say that bread ma akuma ejo kakra galam say fight time for workable solution not blame game Reverend Anajumo Sapon Tafo Jumo Sapon na can say galam say ehun sensem no kasa tentren no sabre de yema so ntwa na yentimi anhwehwe kwane ebefa so ayebisi ano Daily Graphic na ono so oka asemi na Daily Graphic asemu a wode atodwa ne say stop photocopying Ghana cards of customers. Bank of Ghana warns banks. Say and they say the yes say paper. Sisikakura na ukwa yi ni bank ni yepe idea. Wo the Ghana card ne ma wo mo a na yakwa akotwe paper akotwe photocopy na yakopi wo Ghana card card no na Bank of Ghana say card ya na bank fo ni nyai. Say obi de Ghana card be dia dance say obi yisika anaso be di dwuma bia eno so no gise yakokopy ne Ghana card no. T-bill rates drop as government reduces domestic borrowing. I say nay Ghana aban say wo kwakwaye de benia Ghana aban what ton treasury bills no. I say eboa no aba form na boa no aba form no ni nyina ekowie say aban no sika bosia wabo no sa bosia no ane eno so ayeden aba form say ebisi 67 billion aban no so 7 billion enho achinyehyew ana ekowie say aban no bosia wobo no eso ayeden atwa. So far, Ekufu questions policy on Ghana's extractive agreements. Or say a former Chief Justice. Or non so no say dear. Akowie say fema gudia ye tuo no. Or say ya momodia na eno so no. Yentimi enya policy emfanto ekwane a ye faso agreement a ye de eba na kese ni nyina no yehunu ba bia ye de eko afei graphic no asusu biem or say parliament yet to establish public interest committee say yetimi aye aye dudu amamuo no and I said the fourth democratic dispensation over 32 years nie eno so eye committee a friend public interest committee besinne yintimi enye bi tanka committee a wo mudi ma wo manma nsema hia wo manma no besinne yintimi nti sa committee ne bi Daily Post ena eno so wode aba Osi lawyers petition President Mahama for presidential pardon for Atu Esien. Capital Bank Atu Esien. Aye bank ni bia Nana do pensu yegu no. Ena osi lawyer bi. Lawyer Pia Dankwa ewie ne bekasa. Osi aye Ghana mampanyini. Emma Atu Esien. Aye pardon. Senti ni nyina no ebebusa na yede yakọ. The Ghanaian publisher say anti-LGBT bill. No U-turn will be tolerated. Reverend Intim Fojo to Mahama. Sir, Reverend Intim Fojo, on Sam George, anyone ma kikenka hono. It me a private members bill. The LGBT no. Yanya ne dia benia. LGBT yenhwe na parliament passing na eno na president of the republic John Dramani Mahama obeka say said the day nyina ye hunu ni say all bills emanate from the executive branch of government no the private members ni bia na akoso fa hitch nti no or no president no omo hwe na executive branch no the anti-LGBTQ bill the aba. Neno and a Reverend Intim Fojo can say John Dramani Mahama President Castle or no all bills emanate from the executive branch no the bill be bar obwa obaya no kukwasa sa nemfie nan no atwam. The new crusading guide or see Eastern Region House of Chiefs in John's Bafo Akoto Osei from claiming Kauman Hine title. Nanui and a Dasibre Kuamwa Kauman Hine. A nipa bi ba yese eye etna bretu abusua wo mo ya amamre edi etuno efri akonwa kese no so. Na etna bretu abusua no asoso setu anamo se ye de bema fufuru bi asiso ye friend Bafo Akoto Osei na eno ana ensam no akukuru ewo Judicial Committee of the Eastern Regional House of Chiefs ana YCC eye Bafo Akoto Osei ne se mo nyina be biada ensa ne ho mnane da se ono oye kwauman hene nti asemwa eda ho eno no Osi eye honorable Abna Osei Esare and Watchro. Osi a response to President Mahama's 2025 SONA. Abna Osei Esare, a reputable banker, member of parliament for Etiwa East, eye enyinam. No anna Ghana mampanyini akwaye state of the nation address no. We nye tobe bia no so atwene pen in paper. And odi muaye ade aba. Into uko new crusading guide oba fefe Abna Osei Esare kwaku yire ono so watwero de aba. Special prosecutor calls for bold reforms to combat corruption in Ghana. Isi ajaben ene na no omo akwakoye nhyiamu bi Alisa Hotel na no disam no de kwoto wo se ekwane e befa so akita hihye ne proye ne kankan ye betu ase man Ghana mu ase no yemfa enhihye mu odrupa emfamra. Commander Sugar Factory. Also, I only see rotten metals, abandoned equipment. Central Regional Minister. Your friend saying, politician for me, castaway, politician for away. The Dino Emma, Regional Minister, Central Regional Minister. Adia yadi galvanized steel iron so I rotten. Na empuano yadi galvanized steel ya dia a pro. The obesa wo kan no come here now mfie na ya hwede ye wo so de ba be why na lamentation de atwam. Daily Dispatch. MPP did not lose 2024 because of Baumia, more of a Kufuado. NPP guru and a walker say Nanado Damasio Nanado Damase and then the idea says Nanankwan didn't Nanankwane and saying such as a Nyabaumianti and MPP lusu aba or such a man's about to death 1 hour. Hey, na ye nanado nti na MPP lose ye. Ba umia de wonka ho. Hey, Swami Mugabe. Ede nanado odamasio psychedelic na woda wo mase. Why? Enti nananti MPP lose ye. Na nye candidate na mode ne ba no na enti bu lose ye. The Inside Democrat was say release atu esien now. And also so lawyer Pia Dankwa or can say ye. Yen hwe ba bia be kore. Na interviews ni sase na ehunu ba bia de fufu be ko akwakobo. Enti interviews na ba but before then no yen hwe no ma bi so a ya tworo no wo Facebook no so na yentime mfa omanma eso anodisem emra Obeche Frimpong ana sabri we so de all saying Richard Donko say ADAKABRI please advise our president that we voted for him to govern the country and not to turn his duties into prayers. And Miami of Doma number 1 political afternoon show. Kujo Matun Kamatiana you better of Anka. Co-Mensa Pillar 2 as I'm watching best political show live from Domi Pillar 2. Special greetings to MPP Abanga Obiabedi Di Peche, incoming National Youth Organizer. Anna Odiaba. All truths Nana Kwesi appear searching. Or say, good morning, Professor ADAKABRI and the team. Watching you live from New York City, USA. Wishing everyone an informative and educative program. God bless USA. God bless Latequiapem. God bless Ghana. Ena ode ebaye. Emmanuel Kofi. Osi Galamsey is killing Jura Bianco Traditional Council. People so government should try and stop Galamseys in Ewilejura. Ena onoso ode baye. Enti yenhwe said the interview so no ebe to asoda ye de abremo
list ni nie enoma beto to dia me baba no ho ade no hwem so betumi a asew na obeka ya jontuma miensa duku potomanto this way chocolate drink na kan wo hwe afibia so beri ni waware ni a this way chocolate drink na kan sia asew udan kawanu ntumu ho me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho wo hwe de wapi ho o ka se batete eda fom ho this way chocolate drink
kra cha be pe baba ware
asew
ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ya sori anopa no ne yenom ye be hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom kokko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so hye
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so hye
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mu agye atum se eye
Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
NIT 100.9 FM Suni. Na ene Monday, March 3, 2025. And some of that Masono. Yani the editor of the Hawk newspaper. The friend Ura Charles McCarthy. But do know the point of law. And na the friend no. And kwatwen komo kakra. Point of law ya mo ha.
Obada ka be so.
Na ohumpo etesen. Ana wo twro ana advert susu wo mu eti nye sika no ana wonsaka. Ebi a wonim se de esi diska no.
Obada ka be sika di ba bia o. Kuwudi. Am on for top paper. Abitia omutie news anye.
So mutie
update ni na o need and the word of mutie.
From a net graphic, a move from 5 cities to 8 cities. Into then who could have 5 cities centimeter graphic. Na a hawk so you're trying to say.
Yeah, quite a nimukakra 60 display.
And not just say, who there 6 cities in a graphic here, 8 cities.
So on the pages and no doors.
To just a bokapa.
Sir.
Yeni kamien share. And they whether you were economic hardship or not, is it fair to blame NDC government over whatever hardship you face?
Yo, but I can remember my mencha what tea for a very Namen Casse Brofukasam say unfair. Say you be blame NDC for the economic challenges that you face as a mind. And the same thing, NDC bar by me. I think say nanwa and 50 days we were. Kikwa 60 days here. So 2 months proper ewa by me. And you know, a unfair to entirely blame NDC for the economic hardship on my your womb. We say, I'm mind say, you're too a baby, you kind of say, you're what the transition period, no. They get it. I made to this is still a transition period. We were many work say, what I can read, budget, the running country as of today, Nanado Danka Kufando a buying budget. And Wajama NDC for no more Yadasu a yuzu as or mine. And Tino policies a woho. Na any ananado ubiquity to this government and a yuzu. And it will be premature to want to blame NDC for the challenges or Mabeto. Properly, no, at least a year will be good for Obi so be assess a buying we don't remind mama buying. Year or 2 would be reasonable. That Obi assess it. Now what me akaso based on assessment A, B, C, D way there. The first we are nama ahonchre ewo man we because afimpo na kwenya abaso okoko present the first budget statement am I into so ubon kwa do ubon charge the ono ka ho na o my davi eno no ye gitumu a enye yi gitumu a enye yi it is not a fair assessment.
It is ahead of the election 2024 na yebo dokno 5 cities wo se oba enoma be ko yie di aman ene oba ye dokno no mo ba no 7 cities ne 10 cities into 7 cities ne 10 cities ko no difference bia are you suggesting say nka wo se nke di aye 12 months ansa na nka ya hyase abo dokno 7 cities ne 10 cities ana
Abadakabre yeah promise I'm passing NDC so when we are the yen in Naya Kaya. Yes, let me see. Number 1, Makasa Bibri. Men Sasami positions on my numajo because the kono price is the same. Rent is the same. And you want to neko. Sorry, fair. No bono. And you want neko. But how do we blame a buying our bar on fund budget to go to die? A buying approve budget man, how do we blame that a buying? So you know you to na import duties, port charges, na for was through baby, and I'm money be boy din. And then my train, so more present budget in the Nabo our share, yes, he levy obey ye for port charges on be share na and then no charges no raising a boom, or as it. Na as a never be fair man and na banner. yɛtumi aclear ne cheaper na yɛtumi akɔtɔ nneɛma no wɔ market cheaper no ada na yɛntwɛn na sɛ yɛpere yɛn ho they get it adakabe yɛpere
Are you
yɛn ho.
suggesting, say, and the no said the Knobo every 5 cities about 7, net 10 cities are na a new bra yamfa sububia mo NDC abaya. Yemusu na yamo a MPP for Nechi whilst they are in opposition. Ana.
Subono udi boni saying unyina so no eye den se obaye ena dokunu bo akosro fango bo ene na aso for transportation ena na make no because the petrol price no kosro a driver ni no kota obey increase fare no or increase fare na ma me na okwa kofa abro fi market aba be ya maye no or the price no beka ho na wato amaye ana de no tie enti until set a vibe take decision the or best stabilize prices of goods and services na ya ensure say obi also will go by it the lorry fare need to be just stable for 1 year 2 years kwa na ya increase but transport fares are things that may affect the way ya default a charge.
It is a might be our na or my manu dem and the man my dio, a man my dio, your pension, na a new set of people as also your two about at the ma woman bar. At what point, Anna, your one naturally, you bet me, I can say, ye jai, young fan share will be the will lose power. No, na everybody bet me the ashed on one winning power. No,
Abra, you bet me the ashed near what winning power near. Abra, what take full control of BPR.
when you take full control, no. One year monitoring say, I want to say woman on a coffee brain.
What take over na make us entirely no put the shena enye.
It young fan share wine.
I still consider this 2 months, 3 months as transition period because I want to so your appointment. They are still engaged. That because near economic dialogue, BBB dialogue in here won't send me
But is it reasonable to expect Nipa or say or Beba Baby, ye wa huchiremu, ye kem, was me ba mema huchena conform? Is it reasonable to expect Sadi or so mema huchena conform? Say, on my indication, how soon after see a two abamanoa, ye want actually ye na beba form?
That demand may be legitimate. Say, your baby son is still a minute was saying yen farm mount. Now they are stabilizing near mama yet. And no they bisa ye di bisa. It is in order. So ye baby sa. Yan kasi ye bisa but ye baby sa. Why is it? Ye baby sa. You know ye baby sa. Ye ko jani ko sebe biaga na hani ye baby sa. When he gets there will ask. But you may kind of say it is too early. So you better say the blame. So when our banner document 5 cities are called 7 cities. In 2024, yeah, document 7 cities. 7 cities, 5 cities. And in 2024, Balado last talk and this document be bawa numre 7 cities. They got it. And yes, and your man there, and your 9-day wonder, 7-day wonder. Yankupon kwabare taking the time eno di ye di bo wiase ene emu ne amanyina enyezi wo kata na nipi ya na wiase na ye complete no na then sasa it will not be just that magical menya sure to mama wo ai event day magic bi obabe perform extraordinary
na ya na wo mu sikisi ya nto aba ma ya na do they open up to us say there magic asa
oh well I see at least but via ye na mi obi anim say abai me fasika so obi bottom na mum enabling environment sa abai be to no nyama yiyi na ti my money no ubetimi leverage on the policies and programs of government say for survival. And then the can. Now, Mia Mune yet din to Sydney na abanye tramukwe kinufuyata ye na. Then expect people to blame the government. Obia and Canada Mama yourself before. Akufa Dubai and Mudra would dry opposition. NITC Council so commodity. Ghana ye nye mine. Who tapes in na? You have all those.
It is something na Kufuado kikana ya numdra.
So Oba you see Akufo-Addo made your mama an angel. Akufo-Addo's incompetent ineptitude and they make your mama clean. And that your mama buy ya obe we need 57%.
It nature say a year or such a men's report no in the Asante region. As I just say a year a Kufuado and a ma wo lose 2024. Na ba umia de ne ho mmom a ube accept you.
You see Obalakabre Oseche Mensah Bonsu, one experienced politician who is very disingenuous when it comes to reporting political issues. Well astute. But your Oseche Mensah Bonsu, honorable former majority leader, on Kano Kwenche Party Awuntiminka. Chairman Sabosu was the reason Akufo-Addo became what he became. He cannot absolve himself from the ills in the party. Then, as minority leader, or supervising the sacking of the three, Paul Afoko, Kwabe Japan, Sami Kraft, and thousands of party loyalists. No, minority leader. What was he saying? They green light it.
And so, do you agree? Oseche Mensah Bonsu report from Asante saying, "Say Akufo-Addo ana ema omulusu election na ba omia de wonka ho."
Report now. Omuko no adivaya no Obalakabre nya me copy a mikura no. Oh, anyway, that report I don't know omanye jumapa. Who can report na a contradicting no.
Okay.
Because Ubenya Afabia Omu complaining about the candidature of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. There are those who say he was not his own man. So, Enunti, Ebeya, he should win himself from Akufo-Addo's apron. Akufo-Addo and his loyalist apron. Saafo no. They get it. In the same report, Ekaso, Saman Prusi Sisalanto Kwano, affective party, no, but in the minors, in the minute, some 5% the report, so 95% because they don't even see the Muslim factor, the Muslim candidate factor as an influence on the election. So, yeah, no, I can't want to me goal that will show what TV, so live television, that it was a factor. Amoka na no brief one in it. Owusu Bempa, Abronye, Kwan DC, Bafo, or transfers. Any Canadian Japan or any, say Omokasa, Nasi for Ensu contribute here. About Omokanya Koka say COVID-19, any Russia, Ukraine, a factor, contribute to the party's defeat. Sitting where I'm sitting and looking at the issues, I can tell you that this is disingenuous. They have just start somewhere and cook the report. Because the reality is there. You see, they disconnected the party from the government. The party was not being run from the national headquarters. Entina executive ni say it is near omobeka and no mudi MPP has gotten to a point that now people don't no longer worship the party, they worship individuals. Those who batter their bread. And they say, me survival. Then as somebody I will defend you to the end, not the party. What I say is high no my appointment or in the party any creative problems. One thing ankasa obi biabo wa no makutuna in the constituency as MP. This is one to what dream. This is one to what dream. Go February a normal party. I will say, the Ghana phone na dream kofako. Na made as McCarthy, if I decide say no, I will not go with the majority. I should be protected and given the space to speak my mind. So our party nene ukasa wumu na onwa batang.
Enti no be a ekos wo form say Polafoko and Co set to retake MPP no be support.
You see, there should be say a man for bedia tum so ya ye bonia tia di. So why ye bonia openly say so. Manado Danko Akufo-Addo just announced his exit from active politics, after collapsing the New Patriotic Party, after bringing the party on its knee. Manado Tea Party, no, Peter McMenu as national chairman, and our usurp no powers, and acting as a de facto chairman. Leader of the party. And when Jake Betty over, may he so rest in peace, it was the same. Then when Afoko came and decided not to toe the line of his predecessors, then they decided that then you are not playing our game. Let's check him out. And I'm checking out. So Akufo-Addo took over MPP. In the days of McMahon, ran it till today. Even as a Wofimu as president, he still doesn't want to leave the party. But the Nkoto dress the party no con.
Aye, Abranti were US didn't go to Yokusi Ababa Wanokon and Ababa was suffocate was strangled no. Are you suggesting an Akufo-Addo a strangle MPP Anna?
Yes, he has strangulated the party to death. And that is why everybody is talking today.
Meanwhile, me would this be a MPP assembly over Betana ya digest report no because there's a lot coming up with MPP seminar. The number we putting in together. Suggestions say a general amnesty will be okay baby no or whatever the reason will be amra na ubi be dealer so near denya umwatwam munyina mo sansa ya foforo. I'm wondering 79 say utumfu poku arantimi anya and I'm wondering whether me rabbit me ibisa.
There are amnesty there. You see, before you must concede that indeed ye bibi ya nyen ansana. You do that general so-called general amnesty na amam for a budget to media to so member. Then young was a former general secretary and a member of Council of Elders, National Council. It's me the camp could the offended Alan Kwajo chairman church. Na party na fan say a normal. The Boniface Abubakar, it does not normal, but they took it a normal because of more working with the 2016 template. A folk could call we need power. So you can all go. You don't care. Bonko, and now you vote to me. Is it what deceived the MP? So your war position for Polafoko no more crack you we need to me. Now you what by Yeah, any appointed electoral commission. Appoint to be our matter. Who is Alan? Who will I know him to? Let them go. To the extent that some of them sat on radio, called us renegades. Huh? They called us a renegade, and they shouldn't even pay attention to Yain Sama Yeka. Today you want renegades back. Obia and you Obia, a man for greediness.
And yet, one more actively, almost year you may will be, and as one more will be back. A nipper be or more a high stakes in the whole entity. No more person be a okay for my Ghana. Near strong opposition, near strong a center of the right, a conservative party. Omunum free say, as happened in 1979, Tumfu Pokuare, a try to be mediated between the UNC and the PFP group. No, same is now crystallizing. Now, you share how it will go. Why?
Over now, why not? Ebedidi. Now, why are be all those?
There's a man so no one yenya on a tree.
And your man so near to, but we must tell people the truth. All those who have amassed, those who have become rich, overnight rich, within these 8 years of Akufo-Addo's rule,
With me know we are a Quaza, actual a year, Ubekan say a piece be, just a satirical somehow.
Yes.
I mean, we are making in food the amount. Why? But before you go, a quick one, a year, 32, over 32 years of fourth democratic dispensation. And in Guasam Kakra, the Abana say, and Public Accounts Committee. Omoyo Omojume Nanka, you follow up on the recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee and then the Auditor General in line with Article 187, subsection 6 of the 1992 Constitution. 1876, you know, as a yente public interest committee. It's our public interest committee, you know, and on follow up on the recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee. Normal follow on the recommendations of the Auditor General's report. 32 years and over, the intimate is our committee, you know. We are in the 9th Parliament. What do you make of it? And then you took Parliament. I cannot cry. You do better to cry. Cannot cry. You find too much.
Over the crisis, the credit. You see, you know, you knew. Our Public Accounts Committee. There's a obit near Disica. You say what Disica? Yes, if I scan a banako. I don't know more. Meanwhile, we have 500 Ghana. You didn't cook out and you did not 1 year, 2 years, 8 months. They say, Emraya session or Ghana had it.
Now, please, dear the Bema over 32 years, a simple committee into me establishing.
Now, so more moody Sikana never honum, Anna.
Oh, sir.
I am the elite. And the elite class, the political class, or more, and I told me when I or more ball, give our top ball. That is why it is difficult for them to do. So, in case you are Munsamara, and Chimia, and Comasa Chimmy. Now, Yawama, that's our house or parliament, one Angaza Okano.
I will treat that kind of what you say. A young mama, our house or a derogatory withdraw.
Menetri knew about Agabe.
But who flew to region Krana to suggest our house or
my main kind of brothel. Watch my address to the married draw. I don't intend to impugn on the integrity of the house. But let me put it in English. This is what I meant to say. Have you seen any matter go before that house, Parliament House?
You are still saying that house. Now, that house, not yet say.
Okay. Have you seen any matter go before any parliamentary committee? A concerning or more, or Martina coming to a final conclusion ana.
A rhetorical question, perhaps.
And not rhetorical. We a direct question to you about ADAKABRI. Yeah,
Now, do I even know?
You will know because you did, like I said, you are encyclopedia. Of 11 or ADAKABRI. You will have a wow near Kuma. Credit Kwame Akumpe kwa Japan. A can answer material parliament.
And Ken is 3 years older than me.
Okay, unia penny. Of course, the privileges committee in acquisition.
Akusi says to the Philippo Sabon's lawyer, Anna or the Huns and Baby.
Now, see, or Philippo Sabon's.
I say, Akusi is saying, why you man, I maybe Ubebusam Kusi answer me.
Answer me because nothing came out of it, and I make a choice. You will have an honorable Mama Yaga and the majority leader, they're not your member. Or what let G say, it can be X and G hands in the house. Or really, call that committee no more times and almost so he should apologize. He was forced to apologize. Speaker, this was his word. Let me quote him. Mr. Speaker, if you say I should apologize, then I apologize. Does that constitute an apology? And I know how you are. Bugin Abu leak tape, a koyi, almost say in camera. Reporter. And I mean, some found man, I know how you are, and I know January, and now February, and I know Mukobunko now, Parliament House. Speaker T committee and committee now, because he says. You see, these things fuel our perception. It Okoka, yes, they come to privileges committee. I mean, Kasabi Betty, difficult privileges committee, I'm a concern.
Uko Krasua, Meshama, we Emma for Frashel. Nah.
And to me, I am not surprised. Say, when it comes to accountability, Parliament are failing in that oversight duty.
Okay.
Because instead of among, and whenever it comes, they should enforce law. They will not do it. They won't do it. Now, go pompe ni nimni nti amonye.
Okay, bien fancy for now.
Because yeah, they can on betie they do and the can.
Bien fancy for now. It remember date over 2 programs ya be kan MPP report no ho asem. Na etwe bibi kekere bi ama bibi atrega bibi ansana ya kentina sa report na say ya yedin ya yenka na kese no. Right.
And I say I national for no you have Marco Kwe committee secretary. I said that is the 2 just you omuntro report ya. Ya won ni me say Mr. Yamu asem na make no.
William Yamwa.
Chairman Sabunsu. Only this 6-member committee be was Ashanti region. But real Juma in a report a comma chairman went to me. And you want some in the year, and your Professor Aaron Makuku, some in the year, and a report. And also do a true year in Sabeka.
And it's also a full report to create 2020 over this year now. Who could any fancy? We have fancy for now.
But that's all I got.
Asada. Editor of the Hawk newspaper, Charles McCarthy, and Aten, MP NDC for Natrase, Movement for Change for Natrase, MPP for Babetrase. But for now, dear, you could swear you're drinking your home. Sang which didn't want them. Is it fair to blame the NDC and Richie Suma?
Yes, I will ADAKABRI. Machia Cassia Pani Machia, production team Nina, any Phobia Mutio where we are away. In fact, early days to call and talk about hardship. And we share how Omano Yakov from the past 8 years in terms of our inflation, in terms of cost of living, in terms of transport fares, in terms of school fees, everything ever on my way no has always been difficult. There has not been a single moment ever Ghana history more and Ghana life more Becca say pempem so a ya do de bibia eda form ana bibia ye no
me a break akrebi ni yenye another interview.
Yo.
Na that interview no yene Owura Musa Dankwa or executive director a global info analytics na yene godin komo. And the issue on board I hear you say John Dramani Mahama promises to the Muslim community. 1, reduce Hajj. And then 2, a second holiday for the Muslim community. And then a special mortuary wing and also for the Muslim community. And then state-of-the-art Hajj village. So the question we are asking is, will this accrue any electoral benefit to the NDC in future elections? And also so no or poster and data analyzer. Baba Musa Dankwa, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahma.
Right. Tame me dan eja wo share azumi ase.
Aye.
Okay, ntia de ye ma on stretch ho bebre.
No matter.
Yeah. At the last elections, MPP flag bearer Dr. Mahamadou Alhaji Baumia aye ne se wono wo kwa akofa Muslim vote aba. No akwa akofa aye Zongo vote aba. Na what the Northern vote so aka ho na bingo bibia akoye. Do we know why went me and farmer and now what they buy they am particularizing numbers na
You ADAKABRI and Midasenia Quenya of their money. I think the Muslim vote, historically has been for the NDC. But over time, I think between 2012 and from 2008 to 2016, not improve because of the effort the MPP has made in the zone. So now expectation is now that they have a flag bearer who is a Muslim, that number would go up. Unfortunately, that completely collapsed. And probably the worst MPP performance among the Zongos in as far as we have seen the data is concerned. The Muslim vote did not come. And it didn't come for a number of reasons, of course, for a number of reasons. One, there was clear signs there. There was an attempt to kind of look more Christian than being a Muslim, according to the Muslims I've spoken to. Omufile said his going to the church was excessive, was above board. That was one of the reasons. And secondly, there were issues among that affected the Muslims from 2019, 2024. It was really quiet about those issues. Namely, wearing of hijab in some schools and fasting and other things. Those really played a role in his collapse in the Zongo community.
Now, the man collapse here.
I mean, it's because they don't believe that he stood up for them when they needed him most. And secondly, he was more wanted to be seen, to be getting closer to the Christians. And they saw that to be an opportunistic.
Enti way ewo ho ana osache mensa bunsu committee in the Asante region omo ababe kan say reasons MPP lost out no Baumianka ho na solely on the heels of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Do you agree to such suggestions?
No, I think that is a bit disingenuous. Everybody has a role to play in the blame game, but it cannot be exclusively on the heads of Nana Addo. No.
Afemiemre, last rally NDC a year in 2024 December na a year Madina Now at that rally, no, and John Dramani Mahama, the presidential candidate, ex-president then, and currently the president of the republic, what me did that jagula ebaye say, say NDC nya kwenya ne to abama no a ekremufuo haja ye kro no yente subsidies ne yebete so dollars na atimi anya real effect ene no wate so $1,000 a che say omo keka bomu a almost 13,000 reduction ena aba ansa ena wo san ba be kan say idi fit ene idi ada bronya ketwa ne bronya kese obesan at the third bronya ame yatena fie aya homeje e de ama aye nkramufo na awure ahodo na timi akoso eno soso wasan aye na ye buso sasemi a waye no ebetimi accrue to the benefit electorally for the NDC in future ana
ADAKABRI, I don't think it's going to add a lot of votes to him in the sense that why those things. Already, they vote for NDC anyway. It will just consolidate the NDC vote among the Muslims after what faithfully has promised to them. And I don't think they vote for him because of those things that do. It would help him to be taken as somebody who promises the Zongo people and delivers on those issues. And it will consolidate his position among the Zongo people. As to adding to the number, I really don't think it will add that much.
Say, Nanui, yekoto about 2020, Obeka say, enka eye mortuary kwa no see nya wing at the mortuary a yebesie eye enkramofu a omafiri mu within the specified period a enkramofu before noon almost abeka body na kosie afternoon almost abeka kosie the following day eno sensem ba say you pese kunkum enkramofu pese ye say enanu ni nyina no kick in especially enkramofu ma no e de besi afade adware wo mo. You are still saying say eno enya de a de vote bebre NDC as a body corporate ana.
What I'm saying is already know a constituency. So they get the Muslims vote anyway. So if he didn't fulfill them, he would have lost some of the votes. But once he fulfills, it will consolidate. It will reaffirm whether right or wrong, or by perception or reality. It will confirm that. And that is the point that they can use going forward. But as to pass it to add a lot of votes, I live in Zongos. I don't think this will add more to the vote. It will just consolidate it.
That takes us to find out more about a year Kremofo Muslim vote, Zango vote, as a war NDC for Akache. Nanso so no over 32 years dey no osha eye MPP for mum Emma Zongo for highest position as running mate up to recent times krana yema omo flag bearer abra eye for 7 periods MPP for ayi Muslims no NDC Muslim ba ko pe in the person of member of the Council of State eye Alhaji Kumbungu Mumuni.
The Muslim vote is a complex one, and that has to be understood. Osha MPP, it is not really, they try to kill two birds with one stone. They normally pick someone from the north who then happens to be a Muslim because they want to appease the northern bloc of voters. And at the same time, among those northerners who are Muslims, trying to make inroads into it. So that is the angle they take because they have a different problem. NDC doesn't have the same problem as MPP. So you can't take the same medication that MPP is taking. Because we have said historically, the the Muslim vote has gone to NDC. So it is the MPP, the onus is on the MPP to collapse that vote. And to do so, no, they have to look for a northerner and a Muslim in order to get this objective. But the Muslim vote traditionally goes to NDC. So NDC doesn't really scratch its head so much for running mate from the north. It's because of this dynamic. But would this remain the same forever? No, because the people are changing. Things are changing on the ground. And from time to time, we will begin to ask questions. And that time will soon come.
That time will soon come. The Uriah Convention People's Party, that's that time, Kwame Nkrumah, or Dino Kobo, a year, Islamofo, a year, E.D. Mahama, E. Mahama, rather. Na, that time was Chef Frugu, na, was in Kremofo, and a tongue coco. Into Iba said the young Chusu Akokono as the events a symbol of the CPP. Into just the Kremofo Frugunie, and Kremofo Akokoinie, and a Sakoko dear, UP Fwebakae, or Shitty Coco. Into Kwame Nkrumah Timinya is him for support pa. And a JJ Rollins is so. It me as so bad. And now, because a dear pan and John Mahama, Beye, Amma, or Mobile tie or clothing to John Dramani Mahama, notwithstanding, say, NDC, and far a Kremofo at the highest level.
No, I think, there's no way the vice is not a Muslim, so infant in twin chain. But I think the Muslims are looking for representation. Let's break this into two. We have the Muslim vote. There are Muslims in the government, no doubt. But there is also a Zongo element, which I believe at the moment is missing. The difference is that you don't appoint someone from the north, and because it's called Muhammad Idris Salifu, you think that it's a Zongo boy. No. There is a difference between the Zongo people and the northern people. And that distinction, I think, John Mama has to understand it better. But the people in the Zongos normally are in the southern part of the country. People who come from eastern region, Greater Accra, Western, Central, and other areas that are not close to the northern region, which constitute the bulk of the Zongo people. And the people who come from those places are different a bit, even in ethnicity or in kind of ethnic background. They normally don't come from the larger ethnic groups. And they make up the bulk of the Zongo people, Zongo Koko people. So that dynamics, I think, they have to understand it very carefully. And I think if he neglects that, they could punish NDC in the future.
Because, and they across some feeble voices, Ashas, Ekekamba, wishing it will escalate, Nankebia, Yahu, say, John Dramani Mahama may be practicing a Muslim and Northern and voter hegemony. What is such voices in me?
Oh yes, I have heard that. But
and is it fair to say Ubetmiak divided Ghana by Southern Ghana and Northern Ghana?
No, it's not the best way to govern the country. I mean, and if you look at it, people who are talking about Northern Ghana is quite big. We have the Upper West, Upper East, Northeast, Savannah. It's a very big area, so it's a small area. So we can't compare the entire northern region to say Buta region and OT. Well, it's quite a big geographical land area. But it happens that there are a lot of people feel said the accounts are dominant in Ghana, and so the accounts must be represented as such. But the question is, the party that won the election, their base comes from the area that they are appointing, even though accounts also play a big role. So if it comes to the accounts are at the moment divided between MPP and NDC. In the last election, MPP won 50% of the account vote, and Mahama won about 46% of the, or 45% of the account vote, or 40% of the account vote. So it's how somehow split in the middle. And eventually, if you look at the position that will end up being divided, certainly accounts will have their numbers up. But what you are seeing is reflective of the factor of the NDC base.
Because also divide Ghana, Southern Ghana, and in Northern Ghana. Then we are led to believe, we say, Southern Ghana has 13 ministers, cabinet ministers, and then Northern Ghana has 6 cabinet ministers, making a total of the 19. I hear Central Region 1, Finance, Asante Region, Interior, and Works and Housing 2, and Western Region, Health, and Lands and Natural Resources, and Eastern Region 1, Defense, and Bono Region, Trade, Agribusiness, and Local Government and Chieftaincy, and then as I have Region 1, Food and Agriculture, Volta Region 2, Foreign Affairs, Roads and Highways, and a Greater Accra 2, Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, and Agenda, Children and Social Protection. So Southern Ghana clocks 13 cabinet ministers, whereas Northern Ghana, Northern,
what percentage?
13 out of 19. Now is Upper East Region 1, Attorney General, and then Savannah Region 1, Energy and Green Transition, Northern Region 3, Education, Environment, Science and Technology, and Transport, Upper West 3, Upper West 1, Labor, Jobs and Environment, making a total of 6 in the northern part of Ghana, and then 13 in the southern part of Ghana. Would it be fair to suggest, Senka, I was in your middle belt as opposed to southern and northern dichotomy or the eBay?
I don't know. Where do you call the middle belt?
And middle belt from Bono East, I have for Asante and the Eastern.
Let me put it this way. I think when you use the account, you are better off than middle belt. Because when you put the belt, who's middle? All the regions you mentioned here. So technically, 68% of their cabinet ministers come from the main account region.
68% of the 19 cabinet ministers are from the Akan regions.
Yes.
It didn't just open to me suggest to say John Dramani Mahama is creating a northern Volta hegemony.
No, because evidence is in the data. And remember, Akans are around 47% of the population. But they are getting 68% of the cabinet roles.
Right. Nadabena in Sabeka, yeah, 90-day a year cycle of a year field survey and responses.
Yes, starting, God willing, from 1st April up to 10th April, or now report number out after that.
Between 1st and the 10th of April, no, we should see the first report out, a field survey and their responses. John Mahama now 46 months in Ako. Edie.
Yes.
John Mahama 46 months in Ako. Perhaps we should begin to consider, can MPP restore former glories, or can NDC continue with the Jaihodo? It's not wedding come.
Mate offer.
You eating Yamin Shroud.
Yamin Shramu.
Right. Musa Dankwane and Nadine Komwe. And Penifosson Atnasi, Richie Suma of the Movement for Change, and Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress, and Benisari of the New Patriotic Party. Madama, Memamunya Matnasi.
Java.
Richard.
Yeah.
See, I want you to Is it fair to blame John Dramani Mahama?
Yes, who be Sammy now? Be a point be say it is too early to blame government, and I blame John Mahama for hardship in Ghana. And then I make say over the several years of our history as a people, no, there have always been hardship. Hardship ever how they be cost of living there high, inflation high, lending rate high, say bibia obeye wo Ghana bia no always high. Ye started to electricity bill mu, ye to water bill mu, ye to house rent mu, ye to public transportation mu no enye nazem. And he said ne obi ka se bia ya sisa aban MPP akọ na NDC abaso all of a sudden now ye expect say hardship beba down and I said there will be no hardship in our country. Women I say that hardship will be there. Hardship will be there. We are very honest with ourselves at TF4. That hardship will be with us till thy kingdom come. Because the policy are here branding Ghana of the winner takes all. Here share the productive sectors. Be investing into the productive sectors. Be creating sufficient environment for Mabu no so mbenya juma bebre aye na de bia ye dada hu say ya obi mo employ obi mu aba be yi omu edi say time na e employ mo no ento asum ye call ni say ada ben e na e betimi akọ enim as a country ye to me call enim da and this obi catch me say government change and you know fuel will be reduced and they say top petrol be 16 cedi per liter before election no say na around the same 15-16 cedis per liter. Mahama buy no any 16 cedis per liter na and to Father Kabri to me and blame me hardship on the present government. That's all I'm trying to build as a foundation. Say
can we blame hardship on any government?
Yeah, because a government not said there so be creating environment say cost of living no be conducive my.
So can we blame any government of a hardship na?
Yeah, we should blame all the governments put together, the past and the present. Should all be put together in one basket.
So if we are unable to blame hardship on NDC John Dramani now, where can we blame for the hardship that you talk about?
Yeah, and I make I say before NPP taking over no, one said na ye debt to GDP from 99 baby, your inflation rate 99 baby, fuel cost na there 99 baby. Almost fire within the 8 years no Father Kabri. Nya reduction bia in anything. Yanya reduction bia in anything. The enya ya ni say ye tu niamamu dollar no so mu fa no at a certain rate before mu be free abansu na dollar no say I increase over 100% in terms of the rate of rice. And you know if you are talking about blame of hardship then it is previous government. Ebi omu nya the opportunity to serve us 8 years. Want to me and stabilize any area of our economy. So if another government come and we are talking about say 2 months back, and then I want to be the better they are just 2 months in power. So to me, Yanisa, then you have to blame the previous government. Simply put, and your present government.
MPP for the TV, you blame
and not forever and ever. They said the American say yes.
At the end change, me blame NDC, blame MPP for.
Of course, if there is any hardship there, no creating environment in the two am yeah, I want you to stand up be abase afin or yard yes or be correcting.
Wadaruma mutiriswa na yeguswa yemu.
Over me da se me fa kwanya yusu na menchia osronko menchia wati fo mpempem a omutie Nit FM enwumre na awie na almost ehwe na mentua menchia menuanom a sika yegusu wo atwenye mu se John Dramani Mahama the president obey the needful na
I no ko business o
sir
when your contracts by me
oh okay of our candy and no ano eh any menua na dey fia no ezo tv dey ko ezo
I'm conclude addendum no
okay offer kasa dey a bibie ni obi mu nti no menua congratulations in advance send your offer kana na o kasa okay offer send your menua na kana yes to some extent meneno ebetimi ayadwen because to us as MPP no na yeti akonwa so no ye best na ye no ye feel say ye adwuma ebetimi aboa oman no in fact COVID-19 de ahochire bebre eba oman no so Russia Ukraine war de ahochire bebre eba oman no so na emomu no Ghana for dodo na ohwe elections na ekoso na omo emfa ahochire na eba no so omo dia ne se omo asetenam da bia yiedie no ebetimi akoyie e de ama wo mo enti se okase hardship no ye blame New Patriotic Party abanya sene na wo se hardship no wo ho no eno no wo di gina so koto aba editi New Patriotic Party enti no ofa unim se hardship ni nyina wo ho no na wo ka se ye de aba no ye to aba no de mawa ubetimi aboa ama hardship na ekoso wo mamu ha no abafem enne ye de tumi na ma Ghana fo enya omugidie de tumi ama wa ye Ghana fo apamo ye se nkonko tena nche no untimi nso awo ne ma wo se o ka hire nya nti yensa amfa sobo no mo na nado danko akufu ado aban na nado danko akufu ado aban so Ghana fo time wo de ma no ofa wo twa wie ye Ghana fo ma ni 8 years sa na constitution ni kire se wo mo wo hardship mu o so wo mo ni hardship mu o mo ma na nado danko akufu ado etwa ni 8 years enti me ne wo ka sei na nado danko akufu ado Ghana for anto aba mfenti ana nado danko akufu ado because omo man 8 years wetwa na emom no Ghana for esesa amanyokuo no eye New Patriotic Party esesa no e the NDC National Democratic Congress e ba say ometo aso because Ghana for susu say ye wa hochirem no over John Dramani Mahama president o say the first 100 days what den hihye ye ba begu ono mo e be ma ahokyira ekomu sesi ya no akofem enti once I will promise 100 days 90 days and hihye ni nyina no we are expecting say by now ya ye kasa yi eniema start ba fam a Ghana for ahokyira na no omu na om de to aba eti a New Patriotic Party amanyokuo no by now no omu release stress kakra de ko because ka kire say first 100 days ubetwa 11 mu ubeyi afiri ho ube scrap COVID-19 tax ube scrap betting taxes bebre on mo within 100 days and now promise say ube yi sa na mani nyina afiri ofa wo yi ni nyina afiri wa ebe ma Ghana ya hu be hin haye because our taxes na ye kan nyina Ghana for ye ni etua it is ene uba ye promise ye no fa ultimi ni so ene de minua movement for change say ye blame obi efa hasipo ekoso wo mamu hanom na ye na Ghana for apamo ye afiri akonwa no so no o still alliance blame ye na say ye tie Ghana for tax no New Patriotic Party amanyoko ye na yeje senye ye na yeje Ghana taxes a yeje wo mamu ha no ye John Dramani Mahama ene NDC ene wo mo je Ghana omo hwe Ghana japade nyina so omo hyehyɛ Ghana mra wa hanom omo kase ye na ye beda etidie nti na opeso so blame MPP yeah it's too early sani o ka mene ne ya adwen se obeblame John Dramani Mahama and dey mene ne ya adwen because even the government kura no onyamfo mu wie enti se obeka sesi a John Dramani Mahama baaye no ye blame no ofa niam de ekosoro pa niam bebre wo honom a December na ene wo compare ene prices any December prices a utim se niam akosoro obi ordinary person or not abonten de obeka se John Dramani Mahama baaye niam akosoro because say kube ye turn 7 cedis first na kube ye 5 cedis enti obi oti abonten beka se John Dramani Mahama president baaye ene kube move 5 cedis e de cost 7 cedis na ye to milk 10 cedi 50 pesos ID milk and na me no ka say ID milk 12 cedis obi o wa bonten a wonu essentially your John Dramani Mahama time no the form of the government or no need there oh yes sika kwa akotwa de no who say December na milk 11 cedi 50 pesos 10 cedi 50 pesos and then e cut 12 cedis and no na wono all check it enti ordinary person na mo abonten there se wo ka ahokyere a obeka say John Dramani Mahama bae no ye watch offer John bae president ye nyina ye papa and was ade ewura dunsumu dum so ya 3 days 2 days ni edum ni untimi blemu na nado danko akufu ado because they say wonti akonwa so Ghana for man 8 years we twawie enti John Dramani Mahama president ahokyere bia ekoso sesi ya bia no timanu ni na ono nam honom na ono no onfa ho say ye ma John Dramani Mahama some period of time no they are forming the government in a few one more kono ye communicators and you put on his toes ni ya check ne say o ka so obeyewe untimi nye ono no check ne sa ono ne di answer okogina pump ho na so okotofu a sa time no na wo yi 100 cedis a otimi to fuel etimi ko ebi a suhum at the back Kumasi and that's that same length no oyi bi 130 cedis and what me do tofu and no koba ono no one check it Nanado Danko Kufuado or check it see our president ya what so because on Ghana for ye dey tax no amano into offer yes in as much as a year 2 LC a blame John Dramani Mahama no you cannot also say you are blaming the former government past government and say haship say koso no what they say blame ne kwa koma Nanado Danko Kufuado of I know the esi pai o checking the said there kra na emfa because Nanado Danko Kufuado we train and me no ka say John Dramani Mahama president within 2 months wa bobo almost 60 billion Ghana cedis domestic of is it not true?
No. Do you have a proof?
Hold on, yes. I call Bank of Ghana omo website I wo. Ntina mi busa of is enya no credit
a cow talking about treasury bill. Uguta 67 billion na utua a car 60 billion no. Net a car can 7 billion.
So of anti omo
it is also nipa all catch the one catch us and neck so
no of our okay so our Bank of Ghana omo official website omo de loans na omo age no bosia na omo abobobo ho no month any date omo de gi ye ni nyina ba no na wo kirem
a car na wo ho no a car ho 60 billion a car ho that's what abo bosia so 67 billion domestic in a work on. That's why upset is 60 million. A dear Naka.
And they say no na a canon wabobusia dear to Yanaka 7 billion. And they say or buy wabobusia 7 billion. As I okay. Of us meje ni offer canitum because Obahana Oba Casa of a mouth fast and figures. Wa me ati as say John Dramani Mahama a kana or boy no. Or the tuya car never but se si ankasa ye kasa idea e ade a ya bobosia 7 billion Ghana cedis e ye John Dramani Mahama one na ban enti se no utimi kokọ bobosia e de ba betua e ka e wo ho na se o sa timi bobosia e de ye niema bi a na kire se Ghana for expect se niema bi a ye di gina so to abama wo no ofa e betimi aba fam enti enye obi a na di tuo e kokọ gina ye papa ye bibia President John Dramani Mahama e ma okoka se first 100 days Eyadia oden hihye bia onu susu se oba beye ede aba so we are only checking him on the 100 days promises o make here and 100 days na akakakra bi no of eduru ho ba yenhu ye
also 120
or the 20 abeka ho sesi a se first no kan 100 of aye mfa bi nka no 100 na ode ma ye na no an ye check no so o pesa o lim say 120 no no betimi aya of a member na mitie amaze say yes your friend say hajj John Dramani Mahama what so $1,000 e dey ama ye nua no muslimin for of a say achievement achievement pa enti say watimi aye we ye nuanom afa bi no de a ese so make sure say obeya ade a Ghana fo nyina e be benefit enkonkoba say afam bi de wo kwa akote omusika so am omo hwan ya omo na Ghana fo nso dodo na nso still ano ye kwa hunyehiem enti yesra no haship na ye koso sesi ande to me as communicator meteha for the new patriotic party we know say yebema John Dramani Mahama president emre no dey form the government na from there no yetimi a checking too early say we beka say ahokire na aba because ebi kura ho no books ni bi ho no hwe mu kura nwie ye ogusu a wo hwem na emom no na ese wo no hu say 100 days na ono chihye ne niam say meye we no ofasa na ohia 120 days na kenye 100 days ba wo beka kire say 100 days eni egina so say ye pe 100 no eni ye to abade man no say first 100 days no ye kwa checking and the promises also obe promise minu siga John Dramani Mahama first 100 days promise one year back kukura what the
ministers
no I promise no pacho system ministers now cannot cry they understate a debatable and no cry no shut down what they no ye face na they say there ye creative portfolio akese or Jubilee House president of positions ni bi o kra maintain that visa mbaye ni nyina no say ye nhwe say in the face of it no 60 ministers ba wo kọ fam a positions dodoɔ na ya create di ama party for na omo ye ho adwuma na bi ni ho nti no nka 100 days nti won ka baako a 100 days no John Dramani Mahama etimi aye ne enhwe se ye bebo na baso a
adaka me das metia etefu nyina wo tiye metia ye nnuanom nkramufo a wakokoden since Ghana independence nkramufo abo mani ama omani afa ne ntampe fra metia obi a oteyen ewiabele oyem de papa bi tena Ghana memu ha a wo frɛ na branch amati dede ete ne nwuma osi no free asante achem agogo na obeto ne nwum nyina ewie no osanso ko nechi no kire de obra ne selebo na enim bebi efi na bebi rekwa oya yaw no kire de ayo ti yehwe ma amachi dede be wo Ghana na wa ya de papa the man so na de to politics na man yosema ye imu a na timu de Ghana ebinim be fa Ghana fi baby no wode Ghana kodu baby na onam won inziye bi dunti na Ghana fo nenyu anje ho na Ghana fo to am beti a won no wo ma NDC fo akwanya ende ye ka ahokyere ho asem ye fa tum oye January 7th no wo so ye in oye Ewura Mahama wo so ni in there on fa tum no mbu am omano intine sende NPP fo beba begina na akade Ghana ahokyere abanti won fa sombo ne mbo Mahama no oye asefem no wokodoa ye dey a one party no be say dey ya no woye no wonya 38% no ye mpedem ye pede next election no wonya wo beba be 42 and 41% yesre won MPP fo ye wo manimu me nue ka say Benjamin Okasa no se de COVID-19 na Russia and Ukraine war papa oncho wokodoa ye politics dey ya on tasum abadincha na meso on tasum 2019 World Bank one director no wo Ghana wo friend Mr. Pierre Laporte asemo kan o say as at before COVID Ghana's economy was showing serious challenges before COVID no chada before COVID no MPP for nankasa no one manage your money ye into na economy nankasa no what to apansan ye wo money mu before COVID na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia only the economic management team that time na Alan Tramante kura no ka ho bi setemase intino no chede Ghana fo no bibia na mo bia MPP fo betu bia no wo nenyu adi ekiri ma menkyere wa de kunti a wosende se ahokyere aba mani ma yemfa sombo ne mbo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na adodanko ekufado before NDC ye be fra banim na budget deficit owo Ghana no ye 6%. MPP for wo be fra banim 2024 budget deficit no ye 15.7%. Inflation ye be fra banim no ye 15.4% as at 2016. 2024 no nam 52%. Lending rate no ye 25% 2016. 2024 no nam 44%. CD to dollar 2016 no ye 4 CD. 2024 no ye about the 17 CD and thereabout. International ye economy nimpo no 2016 no ye no order B minus. MPP for be freedom no ye junk status. Inti mama je tuno do there yes what wamba na mam minim da oha wo ho minim da asudi da medo but woma member as at time yebe di 2 million ni ya she bobi yes first 100 days no yeba because this can ni omani muntu no ministers anana akufado offer 125 ministers yebe todo ye ni 60 ministers no kwaro so ya for 60 ministers ye ka de yeba amambu a yebe bu no ye nkofa NDC fonkotin ye fom bebu oman nda be hwe ni ya fa neutrals professor Prempe leader of a constitutional review onye NDC ni ya fa fonkofu pia wo ye neutrals wo Ghana ye pede ye build an all inclusive Ghana no wo ho no onye NDC fonkotin di o Benjamin Asare Ghana ye your benefit no the man so na Richard Desuma Ghana ye your benefit o into all the yebetina studio ni project do Mahama ni policies ni beneden yesterday in Kremofo na wa aba no de bia ye hu de what to kwan akomeka woko anwunyehiem ebetende wose had a I want to work hard na share City News 2nd July 2022 what's there some heart program demand refund of their money because of disappointment osiden na nkremufo aye no won ti o manim aye no won ti ye wo tukwan wa koye won sum ye a ye ma we stranded wo airport ebi kura wonya buta na wo de ayempai ebi kura wonya baby no watena ko airport ebetena wa mewi ahyo ya dwen wa yes onye August 11 2017 Ghana Web the o said abade heart pilgrims stranded in Tamale no we 500 heart pilgrims sabe Ghana nyame Israel no Ghana Muslims compared to Muslims in Nkramofo Cote d'Ivoire Nkramofo Nigeria Ghana Muslims won ho dwe it said in the Mahama aba no said o dey ye bibi ni tintin wona sitinema o said no ye bon because it is rather going to generate positive income for Ghana. Certainly, say ye facilities here. Ivory Coast for Nkramofo obetuma abahade no abefa yen airport no de akomaka. Ono so be generate income am Ghana for. Into them nyatum life now what MPP for yes one. There are more pressing issues or the yeshe ni SCC. Says here omani unemployment rate is hovering around 15%. Or yet Mahama neni sumdo odo provide the jobs man Ghana mebun esha first because of inflation Kumasi boys na ya woba nkran woba fa force woba fa shoes na de wodo Kumasi wokoton wonte memba abadintra because na ska what the fanza man be edibania only free SHS ye other military service and what provide one food in the eco SSR what the watching nchefua MPP time when watching and when you
what is so special about watching?
We are providing we are improving systems as we came. You understand? Things that were destroyed, Mahama is putting it in good shape. It's all the year bonabado. What's it more food we are panel on the year bonabado? Yanchin insan. Your best one. Yes, first 100 days now, you best set up educational forum. You set up educational forum. Galamse Sensemia or how yeni. We have set up the gold board. Our Sensemia will make sure there will be uncle to gold soon. Aside that, yes, Sabi a Yabubueni Nepedeko University, enter university fees bium. Essentially, a first year student, na Eco University, enter university fees. Tedako second year na third year. Nini na yen shepa or the Yabubu na Ghana offer it tempefra. Share cost of doing business in the country. Many businessmen are out of business. We need to provide loans for business people to thrive in this country. Ewa, in some people or ye pressing issue or the ye channel ye energy do ko. On ye in some man kakranka ye be ye ma inkrofobia or the MPP for work at the one day to kwapai. Ye woman nimu and what's the woko see as than ama the whole Ghana. In ye kade I saw down the Obia Pentecost for one as than Presby for one as than Catholic for one as than Nancy Yanegezi almost wasting as than it has than the Ghana yenya. When MPP for Interior, no say $58 million. Do you know what $58 million can do for this country? We need prudent and honest people in this country. On internet make a among yourself no. On your good deal, Benjamin Sari. Eya catch the MPP for no. Among yourself no nya good. We need honest and people in Kofa wo abadai. No one be for money ni yembu man no. Nti no say eya MPP ni na aye ready there. Epede be join the Mahama na amembui. Na Ghana fanita pefra. We open our doors to you. Despite the fact that there is strong opposition in NDC there, Yenenwan J policies being Mahama or invite neutrals into the party. But Mahama is for the good of the whole Ghana. Internet ye support Mahama. Na Ghana enfane tampemfra.
Right. Or say na Ghana enfane tumemfra. Yenhwe MPP. Nipa bi epese ye hijack party na yenhwe announcement na Ben mo party no say hijack you say dey na ekoso I say meeting of MPP 2024 pieces. Meeting notes. Echina. March 4, 2025, Tuesday, March 4. Alisa Hotel, Northbridge, Accra. Participation. Parliamentary candidates who unfortunately did not win the 2024 elections, including both orphan seats and seats with MPP MPs in the previous parliament. Guests, party leadership, parliamentary leadership, the presidential candidates, running mate for election 2024, party financiers and bigwigs, including Brian Champong, Kennedy Ejapong, Natoshi, Buachi Ejakon. Broad objectives: to create a platform for convergence of ideas and networking among species. Specific objectives: norm ideas and adopt a common position on party reforms. Underscore the important role of pieces in the party's reorganization effort and define clear roles for pieces. 3. Share perspectives and adopt a position on campaign financing. 4. Party and government recognition mechanisms, the place of pieces, past and present. Arrival and starting. Participants are to be seated at 8:40 a.m. Closing and departure 5:10 prompt. Feeding. Full course lunch to be provided by the meeting venue. And also breakfast will be served between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. 9:10 a.m. Accommodation shall not be provided. Transportation, support depending on region shall be provided. Pieces are encouraged to make adequate personal preparations towards unforeseen situations. Thank you. Contact on telephone number MPP na ye hajaki yana.
Ofa ba kope. Ofa me da say I think say mesre New Patriotic Party mpanimfo ene nkwala ne omo ka bi ewom say ye besre wo mo commenter omo keka radio so any TV so ene baby a edomo ahia no ye besre wo say omo nhwe ne mayie party nsem ye ka ofie ye ka wa monten sani mpanimfo ede niema aguna kwemu anya me ya adoma ochena ye koshia atitire ne enimdisfo no omo ka bi ewo mu eboa party no na ya kotena se afa adwen ne hu kwa ya ebefa so a baby a ye hwe ase free ye no ye betimi apagya ye mu afri ho ofa mempese meka ya asem ne bebre
wan na etuatua sa aka we se mo mehiem
ofa mpacho eno de emse wa nkasa de se the way we see wo fam na wo hwe fam na wo susu fam de ensem ni bi on ma ofanim fam o hwe fam ndi ofa nsem ya obisa mi de asem bi on ma emfata kya me ano so obeka asem bi on zo a na minimu ane ze ofa empanimfo de ne maguna kwa mu a ye kwa akohia ne papa mu a se ye behwe se ye behwe ne ma bi a anko ye wo party num ne yatimi atoto ne ma se ne be ya ebeboa ama party no because ye gusu a ye rebuilding na ye restructuring ne ya hwe se party no ebesa afa ne ntima pa afra nti ofa ne papa mu a se empanimfo ekwa akohia na yatimi aye nhyehyɛ ya ebeboa party no ya na mempese me ofa we de fa che me pa ya na mempese me ka party nsem ne bebre ewo radio so ene TV so ya na mesre say ye kan nsem na because o be kan anwa no an kan yie no akwa akoka e de atia obi ana say o kwa akokere wadwen na adwen na o kwa akokere no na sa de asem foforo asaba ti yesre se omunkohia na odo omo ma party no
makokwe committee onuru ba bia was HMNS Bunsu committee asante wawie e the report aba na we mu soso no former pieces kwa akohia ma na etuetu omo ho aka ma wo makohia mu wono musa no
di over na make kan se ye kwa akohia na yetimi
aboa omo aka no Just a moody monetization that the munyae. Do betu to Amuakano, or Nucrea, and just all Babenia head start.
Yeah.
Of our winning near to Yakano.
Your poor catcher.
Okay. Of us all, Paul Becatcher,
because someone must have the
oh, there be of a
man, Pebisha, see every Hannah Mudiku,
there be of us. Say, oh, friend penny for and no more Quakushia. Elisa Hotel.
I see pieces. It in a national executive one, dear no more Yafasadi way. Say, most have a mobile hijack.
Debbie of a Nina Tina Quakushia, hijack be anywhere, a beba, and now, omo bois, say meeting, such meetings. A bit me across Omo Shia, Egusu Shia, Omo Shia, Omo Abame constituency, Ama Yeshia, polling station executive, electoral area coordinators, constituency executive, opinion leaders, Yayenina. The attention said, baby, Edron, Omo Peja de Acosro, Ako former ministers, pieces. And yeah, the normal so I could deal with them. No matter the way I be see my party in agent offer. Hey, and the papa moi.
I reach it.
Yeah. In fact,
if I be general amnesty, if I be social, say, groupings, you know, and yeah, boss, okay.
Oh, for ADAKABRI, before me cast some way, no, maybe I'm focusing more on the bread and butter issues of this nation. Make us say, on mine, the way I see ebu on mine, yen sheda embu no ye. Because no, debiano we throw dust in the eyes of the people. Sana broni bekano. Say debiano we are creating impression. They say this one is better than the other. That one also say we are. That's why we the movement for change where with the view say and can we benya a situation where we deal with the substance of the issues, not say we are playing with the emotions with the people. And what I'm trying to say is that to say the Aminu Eka say Bibiano, we shouldn't blame previous government. Say yes, ye can. No say you best start blaming the people who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. Say Ghana no senanka ye won pempem so be a ye start calling him at least to become food sufficient. To become a nation, I bet me a boy, the essence Kuku say we can take care of ourselves. That is the vision of Kwame Nkrumah.
Richard, Maminya interview by Kumra.
Yo,
Dr. Cranton of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology on varied issues. Doc Yamwaha.
Yeah, Miriam also.
Doc, now what you saying?
When I'm not me fine. When I'm a team on country.
Enocre. Na new government by anything of interest that you would have wished they have done it differently.
Maybe I'm saying Anna. Each people the adults. I'm saying that Yama Bakum I'm a force affected the economy of Ghana. Na me pesa me share naka abang. Ebit me atlase aye efifemu ya mo ba ya no mo say economy ni aban mu omudi sika omu yese na ene minya right up bi free and unknown source na say aban mu ni pay a omudi no between 54,000 Ghana up to 120,000. Now, Juma Ben Kwan and Crawford Aban Juma like Omo Abanwa, Omo Yintia, Omo Timi, Eji Sikasa. Now, workers, any tripartite committee or whatever they call them, yet negotiation. Not president, Astam PD1. What to them? Now, Wakwaka say, Ghana Nisika, 10% no bet me ama. It is obj 2,500. Now your man a 10% increment at then or the bay. Now obi so to baby you may kasa obi a level a high. Na only sikebi and then jumana or yana attractive skebi a me and manu. Now me political appointee there. And then ya know because it be both these we say presidential aid. presidential staffer brabe yi say anase say enti sika no enti omo ba is that how they are going to reset the country? That's my first point. That is my very first point. Sika boom kosi plat many sano but ever since I got to know kosi plat the pia wakasa Akufo-Addo aban wo yi okase tia aban mu po ana sika wo mudi ana kese agasa bebre but we are hearing say oni ne be na akosha aban oni ne ba kosi plat oni ne ba oni na akosha aban ama ifoni bi ba ya group picture na ojirechire ana omode arrow atono so. What kind of Ghana are we building? I say, Adakabre, some back when Hammy, Ghana, they said there be a buying for free, not a buying be back. Yes, you were yet disika, near pursue. Na a pinumo, can some of our moho, a pew or honor more, na ye de a yoko, no one no yade, to the extent to say, OS. OSP or whatever they call him. Ade ayi ato can oforiata so. So or a fugitive, and that the system was after him. 80 years before that when you be who answer. Now internationally, yes, at least out there we Papa you onyane. Also on health grounds, Anna or Kako Pedro. Anna, your embassies in here scattered all over the world. It is here, Pekano Furata. Would it be difficult to bring him down?
Also, me.
Right. Not the Bia, just say, I say, Obi. I just say, I can't say, also mobile, Chesika, yes, mobile. Well, meaning there, but ADAKABRI, so that you have what Ghana for. Name yeni na opa hwe presidential staffers na hwe sika omudi na hwe Ghana adwumayefo hwe sika yetua won bosome omo ye negotiation obi ma 20% last year between 20 and 35% or so mosi anye akomode ye wo de obetla mo no se sika ni ho enti ye ntua 10%. Oh, now,
and no, your analysis. No, because I do 20-25% no. No inflation, and I'm saying, and I do 10% inflation, and I'm saying,
inflation, I'm saying.
And into just in real terms, no, the 10% no sustain, 25%
no. Don't let us use language, the language of English. Now young Frank Kakaka bro for some uncle for Kanya Yantiasia. Messi. Mra or no say inflation any whatever interest rates near the and at the same interest rates and then if I in the typical bankers or Omco Bobesia. Maybe I may catch him, he's the president elect. So far, many Niaman Kitty or ye. The MPP for Nankasa or Moya or Maniano. He's doing that. A bit is a photo ahemfo. Now ahemfo no yes say almost sorry etiano. Also Montraz. Nini na the community in Pia Tati Nibi. Akufo-Addo could have done that, but he didn't. So Niaman kitty bi awo hono mo a ya ekire say na mamu no enye bad. But let us talk about the realism. So the real situations. More salary negotiation. Now President Betremua. One also will pay 30%. The president begin another say, Sikeni Ghana. Na any mama had until 10% no bit na ama. How many people will have the balls, the guts, the effrontery? Say omo debe kase yentene na say. Actually, they were forced by circumstances. That is the presence of the president over there. Nini na a politics nibi. But Uche 10% will be better. Now, question plus about what was what you saying? A human experience in this thing, a human oil. Moments I say, you try to say, indeed, we want some transparency there. They should let Ghanaians know how much these people within the presidential, fiat, woman in a budget. Then we'll be to university no year, Juma. Oh, that's what you say. Oh, Abamu for Crown, one more cheddar and you see ye Biania there. But come on, but on him.
And I said, Doc, I'm in show. As a university lecturer, no. Na ya basic pay na akosro a year 10% no. I say, was it prattling in Basanka
equity?
But also I said, Ubon the bedroom and I just had to say, dear, or market you be the how.
Me patron, question practical. Me use no as an example. It could have been anybody. But no, essence Ghana. Why not take a practical? On to say, or cassette MPP are buying. Nana don't know. How many times? Countless.
I just say MPP ya the Papa Crack was practical cassette ya.
Mena me catro question practical because on the time they are tracy free in Chromata. Post-colonial era. Now I can't the Chroma ya the Buzia ne wine say cool be CEO said then the CEO near there. Sebuzia ya Papa Cranwa one of the were I'm afraid the what could anyone go rubber. It is a
now a group picture now who on any banner. Who was he prattling near so day?
Yes, president in anthropophobic free say China also. And now mobile omo bedi and come on. Not to say no one no why no press guru our presidency.
Oh, there be a vice president and now a vice president and on your delegation be
correction.
Do not know for sample for the national. We are unable to confirm say Kwesi Pratt has a former role in the government. Oh, and I don't even go.
Please, if he wasn't invited, and you invited me. Who me?
Massa, Mr. So made the delegation, and say the delegation, no presidency. I mean, to me, go jam a delegation, no.
Debbie, the ambassador be trying to say, but you invited no what? He couldn't have had any audacity to go there.
This is a Jubilee House one of Kwesiakwa na Hawana.
Debbie, crack.
Anyway, they just say, and fear what you want MPP, I bet nothing. Kwesi Kra Woko be
overemphasizing a Kwesi Pratt as a man. The main part and say.
Because of what wants to say, or no, dear, who can was a man in a bar a year, dear, so dear, then another example.
Joe, now, maybe just a coffee idea, or do I need fear for a year, the year, dear Bamwa, and Yana.
UMPP by a who need him make him.
Baby, me need him make him. Will be a better said, Yabwa. Say, almost can say, Dokumbo, a year. 2 cities. And Anna assisted to call 5 as a 7 cities. The question is that Dokumbo Abafamana. Dokumbo Abafamana.
Is it fair to blame John Dramani Mahama? Your parents say 60 days into government, Anna.
Oba SHS. Anna, Omo Mame, Omo Michum say, school for school fees send ya na hono na omuntu school fees ni ade a oba ye no and then steps ana o ma take
nye na wa amuse na school for ni di wa che ni kusua
oh womudi I know the and I make say if it is good I like it. If it is good I don't have a problem about it, but anything obeya that follows short of what the previous government was doing, some of us who are unaligned, we would have something to say about it. That is what I'm saying. And I make us say, Onipa noa na enipa bi wo ho na o masamoba radio discussion ni ade a Omano din na say no. Osano do CPP East so or ye CPP East. Obi or ye CPP East, you know. Aya dying and afraid the Okoko Wura Wemu. So I say, I have nothing against any Ghanaian at all could be appointed by the president. It is a appointing now. Omayehu na say Omayehu swa. Omayehu kakra na oje no yamfan compare Ghana for do na omusika omoje no bosome. Na yanhwe say equitable na.
Mati.
That is what I'm saying. Now for or ho asemo a Oko Metro TV Onkoka Oko Kwame Sepa kind program so on can you who say Ghana no we are resetting. Yes, we are resetting and call money for Baku because first no net come money for Baku Anna Mose Enye into Abanfo from La Yajatum. It is our no about very resetting. Now the same thing. And now every cry the oil, and you pay me soon, you but in the end, cry a west offer. What I don't want. So we want transparency. That is all. So, me or no so what Legon. Sir, a professor ya or political science me.
A Jampo.
So now I can't watch him.
And they would depose as working on what.
Sana fumwa
na there's also MPPs by ye na also wafrumu ye ma we udidi mean say twemu yi
me pacho me menya position bia o ma me nka ho
nti esi a ukasa ma hwan
me dia me kasa ma Ghana
alkoso
me kasa ma Ghana oh me a true patriot. Oh, we be kind of patriot, but who can Ghana you bro for
true patriot.
Patriot.
And what this radio saying?
My this radio say in the first place, sir, Obi here Juma Kradi to me unity, and ne you a man mama was a mope Juma. Now, no, our bad house will be creating more jobs. Now, we in wedding. And they're contradictory. Whither are we drifting to as a nation? And they're contradictory now. Oh, the American Ama Ghana and say, Aketia. Next time, Manu Kotra and Trofo negotiation or when the representatives our oh, so Obakasa Kra, Obakasa money nati, and yes, small group of people no now got on them, now I got Kasa and I buy this and the idea and say Akufa do my best say or manisika.
And Baron say Dr. Grant Okasa no can say Ghana Mampanyi John Dramani Mahama or Kokot na meeting in Mubino. Nanim Ferry at a mouth they accepted 10% no. And then
and one of the reasons.
And then later in the interview, you also suggest and say, Magana Pampanin Concord Namubi, or money reponco. Nejas a Lutan and Koana.
The thing is that Obi was saying, Bikan, also young Ghana for your tradition be or Mampeni Betra Montemno Nimutin Koma. As some as our Kakra, to be in count, with you because the president is watching you. So we are boisterous. So we are reasonable. So we are less powerful. Oh, Kasana president or what? You see, you need to give him a modicum of respect. So what I say, 80 and no, 80 me labor union for no.
You need to be an intimate bazaar. Ghana Medical Association I recall Papa John Kufuor pencil. Na omoni Papa John Kufuor kukushia ye. Atam chese was Dr. Kitwa Baku ya no jirancha say nsema akwade keka kire me ye. Yes, a doctor ne kata na ni kika bi kire Papa John Kufuor papa. That time na
at this time round or no. The president is so lucky he must have met people who were not ready to lambast him. So what I say, say one more demand for the minister and say next time or take committee on influential people people who know the industry of negotiations. Now, now, because of the nature of the economy. One more quarter of now discussing the nature of the economy. Ghana GDP confirm interest rate I say inflation I say what are the ramifications of all these now? One more that you want so what I say it is a president who say oh man in security 10% in the you see when you look at the president it will become problematic. So we sorry I say oh can't master like na president and I will baby president and I say there be ultimate can. You know Dino, but Dino it is going to affect a majority of Ghanaian workers. It is going to affect a majority of Ghanaian workers. 10%. In this era. 10%. Please, Mr. President, he say, given the situation.
I just said 25% in inflation and I'm 54%. And at 10% is inflation and I'm 23%. Into the two.
I know the say inflation better from one. And one day as a move, I started free last year. And I almost try to put two certain things in place. Now, at the rate of inflation, abafem. It is a waba, not a further coffee more. I don't just on one way. You see, and since you created the impression, you say, way past one and it must have started long ago. And so now over. So I say, 30%. And now, you move on and about 28. Oh, now about 24. Now I drew 20. Now Obesom, now say about 18 and now 17. You cannot say he was the one who brought it, even though he must have played a significant role. The patriotic Americans. And you know, on my anything that has governance, continuous. So I say, governance, continuous. Who didn't get them and buy and say. But baby. And then almost doom so and sana all free one. Now we're putting in place measures and never doom so eja. 18 before say over free abamu in 2017. No, not doom so eja. Doesn't he say that?
Me fancy for now. Now I'm saying me meji brepa na yet me ahwe 120 days of John Mahama yet to come.
And yet brebra. Now catch up say Harasi almost harasi previous government to move and conform ni adeno. Omunya na take and some fataye. And some fataye bro.
Yati. Right.
Oh my Ghana.
Yati. Right. Enti Dr. Apia Cranting and yati ne no. Ma pa wo mo abi ma no.
Dr. Pia, Nensem Samuel Kain, Abrofo there are so many facets to the truth. Actually, what you know, there, Mekan or Onanko no kwar. Na se mampenyin otuminya nidi ma afraba the man so no de nidi be ma penyin. Nana Akufo-Addo be no. Wenya mer ene edumayefo won empenyifo antenase. Na ende o mampenyin joma man ni maama. Or the needy in obu ama one one atena foma esede or the srobi akoshi wumu. No, ekadema me no one yadwen. This shows that the president has Ghanaians at heart and has respect for every leader, be it you being a child or an elderly person, you representing a particular group of people. The president is going to give you that respect. Ma ontodu biom. President Mahama only fredono. Or making sure the power grid or the 2,935 megawatt before 2016. Doctor, in some okay, no, because NDC and some year Canada, Yenya Nienfa Akumapa inside John Mahama nature. Kwesi Pratt and some so are Ekekano. Hey, Kwesi Pratt no positions are what they are on why at 71 orders. 4 years will be free abanim. Into one salary is different from you being a long service worker. That is where you should, the angle you should take it from. It is a lecturer. Na say ebe yeduma 30 years. Na di 10,000 30 years. No be yeduma 4 years pe. No be man 15,000. Abad no other oh. And then champo born you be. I say then nankobeden wa yo.
Oh, you want you man.
One more man doctor, not Dr. Ntebi. Because NDC bana ya onye de yentobia. Yesterday them analysis now Dr. Lee yen because them presidential staffers in the ministers na de no after 4 years we bet me you want if na benim into the one salary no on to me yet the same as obia one from a permanent job share ye ka say MPP ministers be wo man for permanent jobs ministers say sia wo wen won adwuma aba ewie but I wanna wo man long term jobs they are still in the public sector working and enjoying into minister no on lusu ya ni poma na adwuma no okọ no wode o man iska obema na o man into no doctor next time na eba ma input no onye neutral for the whole of Ghana. It shouldn't be skewed towards MPP. Yes, Rawan.
Mobile neutral for Muma people.
Yes, Rawan. Neutral. Sepede neutral. We can accept you into MPP, NDC, and give you job. Eka say ekasa ma MPP a wa ma ohwe. Professor Jampo na de yehu de wa bo more than we have rewarded them. The man said ADAKABRI, one day we can reward you after reshuffling. NDC is an all-inclusive.
You never see. Of ADAKABRI Pacho, Mika Sembi say, Mami we on that point, Mrenti. He said, Papa no interview is your Sembi say, doctor say, or besides say, Kenke price no above for mana. Me per se. Yenye very honest with ourselves as a group of people called Ghanaians say. Has there been any moment in Ghana's history prices of goods and services come down before? Never. We are in open market. And the control price. And then the petroleum downstream sector. Total authority fuel almost 16 cedis per liter. Gold in almost 16 cedis per liter. The same petrol now back room no obi so ton 14.10 cedis per liter. Kenke obedu baby no obi talk kenke 5 cedis. Obi talk kenke 10 cedis. So system any price control mechanism bia. Enti the obia pe o man we mu na there. Oh yeah. Enti sometimes kwano se Ghana Statistical Service figures be say inflation is going down and now stabilizer. Sometimes I doubt it kakra because the reality on the ground is say the price of goods and services cost through and the best run say me my fast bo embo ebiajo mahama ni 60 days aban we say ebia onunti anani ba oba enti enti na still the cost of living high. And the papa no eka doctor eka say, well, Kwesi Pratt, Kwesi Pratt say, even during the Atamil's government, Kwesi Pratt sometimes, but the Professor Amil Sechi, Kwesi Pratt during the Atamil's government, sometimes I
didn't focus on only Kwesi Pratt.
No, sir, I don't know all using. So we are trying to explain to him that he's not a neutralist as far as NDC is concerned. He has always been a sympathizer of NDC. And he has always been an associate of the NDC. And on the other, and then Chennai focusing more on bread and butter issues. So now, to conclude, the IAEA can say, creating a lot of environment now. Say, you can't be economic or not economics, say demand and supply. So if you are in the country now, ufa ebro free Burkina, ufa onion free Niger, ufa niama we free all your surrounding countries. Now Ghana, ye kasa enenu, ye self-sufficient in production of ebro. Self-sufficient in producing ebro. And he assume say there are surpluses of ebro ewo man we mu a. E ho na obetumi expect so mu amuto ebro no ye dokono no. Amu reduce your prices no. But as far as demand is more than supply, why are you expecting the reduction to come from? Enti your best right say until say ye beko agriculture ho na ye why say ye food sufficient in the basic commodities, tomatoes, onion, rice, corn, basic things are ye bedi debiano yenye food sufficient. That thing will come down. And ye best stress muma eni enko niama bakubusu na enjoy the blame game, you know. Every day trying to blame this, blame that. You see almost doom so about ADAKABRI. Me person me bisa say Debbie, me nya hu ye. Me person me bisa say look, before NDC Beba, there was a time in my area, look, Benjamin, every blessed day, mitiminya light off. But ene amini workers ano, sincerely before God and man. Sometimes I can enjoy electricity for 1 week without my power going off. Before God and man in my area. Ebi obisuni area no, eye different. Miti around West more.
Okay, mummy phone line kakra. Na yentie de.
Eti do so be technical. Do so ye technical.
Fa se mi wi ana.
Oh, da bi wi e o de.
Yemi phone line kakra. Yentie ensem a yabrobro so no. Say ye interviews kakra. McCarthy ahokyere wo Ghana ha. Musa Dankwa whether Dr. Baumia can be exonerated from MPP defeat, and then also Dr. Pia Cranton or also so HSA Mahama essentially onye bibiasa na face so no omo what them was say Joshua Sikanati of the NDC and Rich Suma of the Movement for Change and Benjamin Isari of the National New Patriotic Party. Also, so I've been a doubt more. Dear Nabakache, prayer was 0302 257902 0302 257902 and I said 0302 243540 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
The man here first saying. I did be yesterday and said that me and you way. Me and you to see the
as you see, every people all hard, I say. You move fish, you move the games with Yahoo. What I say? I say, I'm saying, almost 60 African pipelines, almost 60. You move to one customer, you say, you know, I call off on them a lot of Kakraba. It is a lot of Kakraba. Celebrating in Anna movie 7 January, it is on a wall. And the MPP NDC for the buy, and the MPP for the buy. And the document almost says a MPP person, document 7 HCD. Yeah, I thought of all one year catching up. Document a ton 8 baby ton 8, baby ton 10, baby ton 7, baby ton 5. And the MPP NDC for the buy and you saw the course 7 cities. Your more count, more person, you thought of course. What I say? Oh, my Baba say, oh, my, and my Baba say, Ghana. I'm a Ghana, my lady. It will be about those who will be, you will have to watch your normal chance. No more here. Send the Kunipa Baba, the Sumi, I must say, oh, my Ghana. What to be the mother person is young of 8 years, not me, and yes, free. If you can win, baby. All completed. You may be in who go out of my 8 years or 2 years, I will be here.
Okay, 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, ADAKABRI Mahmudu.
Nam, near Frosting.
Bolos in your Vicasasi Avokovi.
Ain't way.
ADAKABRI me Chiamo Onu Abeja. Hey, Napapa Bakasako is here. I don't see a friend say.
A friend, Dr. Kufia Pia Cranting.
Into no say Jamama man na senka ubisa say Jamama man post so meja ko bayana
and then next time I say busano
da obechi ado bi mo ho obenya no ubisa na say ti Jamama man ba bi obesha na ADAKABRI MPP for utu omfo enfa ye koto aba mo ye kasa kere mo amuntie mo lusu mo ni su biri mo popo biribiri na aka o mo no tu on hwe fa say Baumia, who say Uba, Mamma say obey 11 years through. Also, Uba also obey years through. Now, even a free Uba obey years through. You through her. I don't know what that. Uba also best task, Bama so obey better task through. Also obey. I don't know mine one sooner than a Konyanama who could have seen. One, yet 2 years to move baby. Namfa. To say her confused all the MPPs. Now, Mama about that. Papa, I'll bet you that radio to say, Mama, Docono, not Docono 5 city. He said Docono cost 7 city. Docono, Mama, no buy on your region budget. Budget, Papa, Obia, your professor, and Casapa, some out in the Bio and
K0302 257902. Good afternoon.
Crovia,
Ye, Nana.
We are asking the account.
Nyamia sum dwen ka ba bia obia na ai ya kan need fufu e de ato nita benkwan mu e de ama no wa wia kesu kura
that only of the ufrisa fona padestin Crovia ka America na say bi no mema Kodia you maintain Jombo so you remember national chairman how come to so ba ka America say meeting no ntiwum na sa chama woman na se former MPs no nkwa na ebe ye
ai tese ai say obi na shachi no akɔhen han hotel na mom no ye frɛ wo mo nti next bi number ha je sem de ma no afrɛ next no nti afa na ye invite chairman ne secretary som so mra bi ne wei
me da semester pass say no sai ye ma chama ne je ba secretary enyina duma da dia no obi ye kanta person etam because ni pani abre enu bi na kan ye say abo so ye twi na Ghana forecast ye level yam pa colonial balance tax yam pa bet yam pa 2 minutes kuta Ghana for 8 years no reshuffle ena man na ye twi abo so yo that say politics here interesting tra interest papa ni say no so wakam me na challenge ready because if that come wakam so the 2 minutes number na say your friends, I'm going to go to the place. We are for some be so quiet. What shall Quantewa? It's also for son and Quantewa. Now, we no movement, make it certainly. Ulma J. 4 pencil, and they must stay. Ulma buy a move back over for young home. It's in yes and then your man, and also who come a yan, a swimmer, I'm going to say yes. You can't afford sure. And then can you my power, but you go up and the patrol scan here.
K0302 243540. Good afternoon. Hello. 0302 257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. ADAKABRI.
Emmanuel Frosting.
Emmanuel Dodo.
You Mr. Dodo mientie we.
After no na make no ni subinu dos do. I say one that one sorry. Ntie dey obeso nti wonya botre na oni susuti won a. Bi asem bi o ka bia no tum sa ho yaw ne ni bre ne pese me kuminya bia hye bo ma bia o ka bia nti so. Die wonya botre na woni susuti won a matuma kan sempa na won krofo na timati won ka yi na won afa ho adwen. Me da was say
That was 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Hello.
I'm Patrick Frosting.
Family legend of Michio,
Bintiu.
And you are from Chia, many of them have been aside. I'm saying, your president, oh no, send a new that I know you. Or my I will say, my oh, yeah, double and triple appointment. One ministry, your director of agriculture, your presidency, your minister of agriculture, your way so on mine. Oh, Hunibu, you can during election say, Mahama, onye. It says you're not pay excuses. Be said, I want to balloon to me blame only on the government because you see at the end and also Baby Sevilla. It is all Baby Sevilla. Now,
0302 257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Wafa.
I'm Patrick Frosting.
Patrick, family call me Adonbuatin.
You, Adonbuatin, Binti way.
Yanko Poncha, no producers. Yo, Wafa, your papa, President John Dramani Mahama, and then Hajin and Samuel. Yeah, why you more money now? They beside who say
so ɛyɛ ade bɔne ɛnyɛ ade bɔne ɛyɛ ade pa ɛfiri sɛ nea wate hard course ne so san ɛhwɛ sɛ ɔmbɛnya I mean baabi a ɔmo bɛlɔgye ansa na ɔmo ntotoeɛ no yɛmmisa yɛn ho sɛ nneɛma a wɔayɛ yi nyinaa ɛyɛ ade pa ɛna ɛyɛ policies ɔfa amambuo no ɛyɛ policies nhyehyɛe papa a government ne aban de bɛba abɛboa ne nkurɔfoɔ ɛno nti sɛ yɛ papa president Mahama ayɛ nneɛma wei a ɛyɛ certain section of the population ɛyɛ Muslims a yɛbɔ n'aba so ɛfiri sɛ sɛnea medical ka nhyehyɛ papa na yɛpɛ nhyehyɛ papa a ɛbɛma ɔmanfoɔ no ho ahenhan ɔmo ɛno nti ɔnkɔ so nea ɛdi hɔ biem ɛyɛ yɛ papa kwasi party ne Professor Jampo ne wɔn a ɛkeka ho no a na wɔkasa ma ɔman no a yɛama ɔmo post no yɛsese a yɛhu sɛ mmerɛ a wɔkasa no wɔyɛ genuine and neutral and wɔkasa ma ɔman ne ɔmanfoɔ no sɛnea yɛasetena bɛkɔ amambuo papa bɛkɔ so na yɛasetena mu adi yie enti sɛ ndɛ yɛama ɔmo post a mehu sɛ ɛyɛ ne kwan so a because ɔmo wɔ nimdeɛ ne nyansa a wɔde kɔboa toto nneɛma na mo yɛbɛsrɛ ɔmo sɛ sɛnea na wɔkasa no dada no yɛama ɔmo post yi nso wɔngyina wɔn nan so na sɛ biribi kɔ bɔne a wɔnka nkyerɛ leaders ne aban no yɛ papa chairman sabos nso yɛda no ase sɛ menim sɛ ɛyampa sɛ ɔno na ɛtumi nya akokuduro aka asɛm no sɛ MPP for lose no mu lose yɛ no yɛ ɛfiri yɛ papa akufo adode a mebɔ n'aba so ɛfiri sɛ yɛ papa sɛ chairman sa ɛsɛ sɛ nsɛm bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ ɔnya akokuduro ka na ne mudi na ɔwɔ no ɛkɔ soro but yɛnhwɛ mmerɛ a wɔyɛ ɔmo tribal elections no nyama bi ankɔ yie but yɛ papa chairman sa kɔkasa ma Bawumia a ɔtan wɔn akyi a yɛn nyinaa yɛhu sɛ nanado amambuo ne Bawumia amambuo ne ɛnkɔ yie ɛno nti sɛ nnɛ otumi kasa deɛ mebɔ n'aba so sɛ ɔnya akokuduro ɛnkasa bebree na ɔmfiri MPP mu mmɛdi ala n'akyi na yɛbɛto aba ɔmo ala ndaakye na ɔmo abu amambuo papa ɔfa nyankopɔn nhyira ne wɔn bere a ɔde ama
yɛmfa final caller no na afei no yɛmi ready a satirical piece bi ɛwɔ ha sɛ good afternoon
Offer.
Asafo maame.
Offer.
Udem.
Midem offer. Offer even pinning John Dramani Mahama. I gonna for about the man. Or senior maybe queen so baby your mine you. Now, me to say an answer. And it omo orientation ama MP. Na minority for boy for sister omunyeden. Omunko. As you say baby omukwa kwesiem. Na yo mo san kyerɛkyerɛ no ɔmo hwɛ a ɛmboa nti wɔfa ɔmo ntumi ntena akra obi ntumi ntena ne fie na ɔmo mpɛ parliament house baabi na ɔmo nyɛ saa orientation ne nsebu sika fa ma ɔman no anaa nti wei na ɔman panin ɛne na bɛdwɔfoɔ baayɛ sɛ ɔmo ba bɛyɛ ɔman Ghana anaa ɔmo tumi atena akra obi ɛwɔ fie wɔ akra ɛsɛ ɛka ɔmo kɔ akɔbɔ akɔpɛ baabi ɔmo bɛda de ɔmo bɛdi ne biribiara no nti ɔmo tena akra ha yi a na ɔmo kɔ parliament house na ɔmo kɔdi saa adwuma no a Ofankenye yen fambo mangana na. Afe susu na no so be ka kire ye say onu de kwa mase face chest na oba bikem. Eso menu ka say sa boarding house omo ba betia omo feeding fini bibia den na kire say o ntwamu. Ke say we face chest nim no pass bi na ode abrabra na ho. Enti Ghana for mo na muso mo po change the way there. Asen sebe dum so ya me ka ho asem yo omo se emba ye. Na asha asem. Energy Minister join any my dear Benyan Shenensa, maintain our cassette Dumuda, and tell some bedroom so 2028. IMPP Bessambeji Frumudia, and I was some wonderful of our winning a miniature.
Nyame and come baby, I will be as for mammy. Finally, Benji, me and you.
Of Amedase, Minia Esuman, Ninsembia or Kawa has said, Enema akosro, especially foodstuffs akosra osema ye mblemu current government na ka ye mblemu wan ofa wan sa time na John Dramani Mahama ne NDC campaign no omo de dokono kenke e de milk e de bread e be TV so be radio so be kire prices abra na o mu fira konwa so prices at that time ene na na dodanko akufuado e wa ban mu prices then ebe chire mu mama 40 as say aduane no anas those stuffs no ne boyede you were here that time no uhu se ne omo ye ne eya anas enye Nti say na me meti opposition na Ghana for emfa omo taxes e ma me se me manage no. Se nuane ne sa ne ma na ekosra. Wo se me ma yemblemu wo mo yemblemu wan.
I'm saying it's a systemic problem.
No, I'm only saying say that time no. They took advantage of those things.
We are not me them neutralists. Me them neutral. You dey kasa. We dey meet you. Mami nya betrema me bra. You dey kasa.
I'm not attacking you personally. I'm only saying say yeah sitting president John Dramani Mahama president. Bibia enkoso yie bia wo mamu ha bia no. You were right to see you blame no on the doorsteps because the bus stop at him. And she said me koto kenke na kenke no na 5 CD December na makoto kenke ni 8 CDs ah. Why necessary me blame no? E John Dramani Mahama president because na bene so and say sa time no ye hu sa de we dada na ye hu say ma ye mfa sa ne ma ne nye politics dia and ye ka ho asem o e be ka so oh aduane no anasa niema na ne boaye de no ma ye blame particular regime anasa administration ne ekoye anim but so far as omo taking advantage of it no omo timi ma Ghana for who say a bread and a move from 3 cedi akodru 5 cedi samija mfi kura aduane bia na bi wo Ghana ha bi wo the coal station e ko chere prices 2016 2020 24 prices were chere ni nyina e ma Ghana for who said yes eniema ne boaye din the same thing and ye be ma Ghana for who say eniema boaye din kube na ye 5 cedi ene kube ye 7 cedis milk I did milk na ye 10 cedi 50 pesos eniema no ka say ye 12 cedis Carnation milk na ye 6-7 cedis 50 pesos eniema no ka say ye 10 cedis ye be ma Ghana for who prices no ye say ye ka na se Ghana for say enye John Dramani Mahama na still na do danko Akufo-Addo wa 7 the term wa wie kono ono na say esese ye blame na dia yes Ghana for so ebetimi decide on that but as we speak eniema boa aye den no yesre ye papa John Dramani Mahama say ye fa workers na say say ya mfa kwampa so an recruit wo service personnel na say wo ba na so be revoke wo appointment ko fie dia. If you have the right to do that there, and you sa blame no you dey blame because eniema boa aye den no eye wo eno ama niema ne boa aye den enti yesre eniema boa aye den John Dramani Mahama president omfa ne nansi fam na Ghana for ebre
Richard Brem
oh dear me can say yo me final comment na say who the hard say be beside say would that add to the vote of NDC and now to me feel say it is neither here nor there because no they be no ye the politics na the year bibia and it say Mahama feel say pem so I do any the problems facing the country but feel say he want to prioritize building a hard village and all these things for the Muslim community that is best for him only the ye be janisa and the best trend say on my no ye mo kan kra enchire ye ho no na me ka say because we are not the country sufficient in anything no and of ADAKABRI once who depending who a parasite now who depending on who be as a host there they be as a host no issue but now who parasite no so there who issue and once yen produce bibia or mind we na they be ye cry bro ye cry omo ye cry banchi ye cry bro ye cry bibi there say I never come no ye hwe Mahama say 100 days in the end do ye 60 days. We are expecting him to deliver, but we should not put too much pressure on Mahama because sincerely he cannot do anything much immediately.
Right. Yeah, the rich that says finally, Joshua Shikanati.
ADAKABRI medas. Mejidi de Mahama waba no waba magana funyina. Ya man yosem or de yebisa ye de. Ya man yosem na ama amamba funa woni bina na de. Ya ma yefun yenkotokum na edim kese ayebeji abrofo kan bibi what's there all is fair in love and war abasem na abrofo kan what's there odo na akon nsusu bi enim se edobi a ode show there don the man so na ekwa akon so a ode show passion commitment akon post hurt or feelings into Dramani Mahama what's there way to know what is wo waba there ogwamba as a sacrificial lamb for Ghanaians. Or babe ye dumapa. Ma Ghana ni bia or how be or done do no way ye finado. nti yɛbɛsrɛ Ghanafo memo won ten sembi a obeha wona akoma John Mahama se bɔkye a ɔhyɛ wɔn no obedido na Ghana bɛfa ne tampe fra biom yɛda wɔn ase
yɛda wase baabi a nti asedakɔ ade Emma Joshua Sikanate of the National Democratic Congress, asedakɔ Edema Benjamin Isare of the New Patriotic Party, asedakɔ Edema Richie Suma of the Movement for Change. Ɛyɛ me mind dwumadi ɛne yɛde brɛ mo na dwumadi mi amedi ho kyia me from ADAKABRI Mahmudu Oshioma. For now there ebeko fie ne fie na yɛ kɔ no ola kokumai ɛna ɔde yɛbɛkɔ na Abraham Oye ɛso ka ho ɛna DJ Foreigner ɛna ɔbɛhwɛ